Good morning. It is 6:31 a.m. on Friday, October 26th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes and it's getting close to time for travel, and what felt earlier this week like there was a lot of time is feeling like less time now, and I guess that's literally true, but I am gradually checking items off the list of the things that I have to do, and so everything is still proceeding apace, but for sure it is, you know it's getting closer to the travel day, and it's all gonna be fine. Like everything's in order. It's gonna work out. It's like there's no worry here exactly, but there is anticipation. Actually, that makes me think a little bit. Like this is welcome to a semantics minute with Christiana Ellis. Um, the word anxious. When I was growing up, I always thought of that word as meaning more like eager, like kind of strictly positive, like just in terms of what I kind of thought of the word meaning. And I don't know if it's maybe the increased societal mainstream awareness of things like anxiety disorders, that sort of thing, that have shifted the word, or whether I always just was, oversimplifying the word. But the it does, anxiety, the word anxious, like it can be a complex thing, right? So I'm not worried or afraid exactly, but there are a lot of unknowns about what it's going to be like when I'm there, and I'm, in a lot of ways, I am eager in a positive way to go and find out. But it's also true that it's like, well, some of the, just like, see, because this trip combines two elements which would always give at least some level of anticipation, with perhaps excitement, but also a little bit of wariness. So a long trip to a place I've never been before, and also starting a new work project where there's going to be a lot of people I don't know. And so those are being married together here. Now, I've done that before. I mean, I've never traveled overseas for that before, but I mean, I, moved up to Boston. Every time I start a new project, it's like, that is, starting a new project is not something I haven't done before, but there's always a little bit of newness about it, right? And then this is just expanded. And so I guess there's a lot of nervous energy without that necessarily meaning being like a bad thing. Because I've talked before in these videos about, the various shapes that sometimes my anxiety can take, but usually what that entails, like where I more often encounter it, is for social activities where frequently what will happen is it's something that I want to do and I plan for it, but then as the actual event approaches, I start getting little mental pathways of, but, maybe it's just easier to stay home. Maybe, I don't know, it's just going to be a lot of effort to go out. And usually I can recognize that behavior pattern and push through it, and it's fine because it was always going to be fine, and that was, an unhelpful subroutine in my brain. Now, in this event, like in this circumstance, it's for work. It's booked. There's really no question that I just wouldn't do it, right? Like that's not Now, I mean, theoretically, it's like if, if it came to it, if I felt like there was sufficient reason, like I'm not being arrested. This is, this is something I want to do. But the point is that it's very concrete. There's a lot of planning that went into it. So there's really like those subroutines of like maybe just stay home. That isn't happening because I think even my subconscious understands, oh no, this is happening. But I guess this is just I'm excited, but there's a lot of unknowns, and so my brain just doesn't know what to do with that. So I'm getting things ready, but it's just like, what's it gonna be like? We'll see. And I'll be, I have, going to be doing 2 more of those these videos, strictly speaking, before I get on the plane. One of them is going to be completing my rewatch of The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And yeah, also I guess I'll leave it there for today. But I am gonna keep doing these videos, and so if you wonder along with me right now, what's it gonna be like? Well, keep watching these videos as I intend to do them from my destination, and I'll tell you what it's like as I learn. So in the meantime, I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.